Hi, in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to work the Catherine wheel stitch. I'm going to be using US crochet terms and I will put the UK crochet terms into the description below. This stitch is very similar to the starburst and the harlequin stitch, but this particular stitch uses 7 double crochets worked together and 3 single crochets between each of the Catherine wheels. If you wish to make your project longer, you will need to work your starting chain in multiples of 10 plus 4. So that plus 4 is 1 for a stitch at the end to even things up, and the chain 3 or your turning chain at the very beginning, which will act as a stitch. Now, as you can see this on this starting chain, because I've only used chains, this very first loops of the first row are quite large. If you would prefer to eliminate that, then by all means please work a row of single crochet all the way along before you start the main Catherine wheel stitches. That's purely preference, so I've just mentioned that just so that you're aware. Okay, so my name is Heidi, I'm from Gorgeous Crafts, and let's grab your yarn and your hook and let's get started on our tutorial. Okay, so I've already created our chain of 34 stitches, so that's 30 stitches for your multiples of 10, plus 1 for the end stitch, plus 3 for your first turning chain. So we are going to work a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So we have a chain 3 plus your double crochet, so the chain 3 counts as a stitch. We're going to work another 2 double crochets into that same stitch. Like so. So we have the equivalent of 4 double crochets worked into the same stitch. We have the turning chain, which counts as our first double crochet, plus 3 further crochets. What we're going to do next is we're going to skip 3 chains. So it's 1, 2, 3, and we are going to work a single crochet into the 4th chain. And we're going to work 2 more single crochets, 1 and 2. Pull out some yarn. So now we have 4 double crochets and 3 single crochets. What we're going to do next is we're going to skip 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to work 7 double crochets into this 4th chain. So yarn over, insert your hook. That's our first double crochet. That's our second double crochet. That's our third. 4th. 5th. 6th. 7th double crochet. Let's just make sure. So here we have our chain and our first 3 double crochets, 3 single crochets, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets into that stitch, into the same stitch. So as before, we're going to skip 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to work 3 single crochets into the next 3 stitches. So sorry, a single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. Like so. Let me move that out of the way. So this is our pattern. So we're going to work our 7 double crochets, skip 3, 3 single crochets, skip 3, 7 double crochets. So let's show you again. So we're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to work 7 double crochets into that 4th chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And we're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, work a single crochet, single crochet, and a single crochet. And we're near the end. So from here we are going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and into our last stitch, very last stitch of the row, we're going to work 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there we have it. That's your first row. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change colours here so that it just makes it easier for you to see. But normally you would just chain 1 and start straight at your first stitch. Okay, so I'm just going to change colours and then I'll be back to show you the next row. Okay, so I've got my new colour. I've literally just joined the colour and I have chained 1. Sorry. So first of all, we're going to work a single crochet into the very first stitch. There we go, single crochet into the first stitch and into the second stitch. Then we're going to chain 3. You don't want to make these chains too tight because otherwise it will pull on the length of your piece of work and it will tighten it and pull it inwards. So you want to make sure that these are nice loose chains. And then we're going to work 7 double crochets together. Okay, so this one is a little bit tricky because you need to have several stitches on your hook at the same time. But we'll go through this slowly and show you. So first of all, we're going to yarn over. We're going to insert our hook into the next stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, leaving 2 loops on your hook. Then we're going to yarn over. We're going to insert our hook into the next stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2 so that we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to continue in this way across all 7. Try not to pull these too tight. Again, if these are a little tall, that's perfectly fine because otherwise, again, it will pull your tight. If your tension is too tight, it will pull your work inwards and make it too small at this row. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We now have 5 loops on our hook. That's 4 double crochets so far. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. We now have 6 loops on our hook. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. We now have 7 loops on our hook. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochets. So our final one, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So now you have 8 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then we need to yarn over and making sure that you keep it nice and loose. Don't make your tension too tight at this point. We're going to pull it through all 8 loops on your hook, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through just to seal that stitch off. So it's 7 double crochets together. So now we're going to chain another 3, 2, 3, and again don't make those too tight. We're now going to work our 3 single crochets across the top of that circle from below. Okay, so let's see if you can see that. So we have 2 single crochets at the beginning, chain 3, 7 double crochets together with 1 chain to seal the stitch, and then a further 3 chains and 3 single crochets. So that's what we're going to do across the rest. So we're going to chain 3, make sure it's not too tight, just make sure I've got enough yarn, and then we're going to do our 7 double crochet together. So it's 1, over, pull through 2, 3 chains on our hook, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. What we're doing basically is we're starting our double crochet, getting halfway through, and then we're continuing on to the next double crochet, and that's how you work double crochets together. This is the same method regardless of whether you're working 2 together or 15 together. Okay, so I should have now 2, 4, 6, 8 on our hook. So we have the 3 chain, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 double crochets. We're now going to work together, pull that through, chain 1 to seal the stitch, chain 3, and we're going to work single crochets, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so if your blanket or your piece of work, whatever it is that you're making, was longer than this, you would carry on with that until you get to the very end. So from here we're going to chain 3 as before, and again we are going to work our 7 double crochets together. So we should have 2, 4, 6, 8 loops on our hook, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets. So we're going to yarn over, pull through all 8 loops, chain 1 to close the stitch, and then chain 3 more. And this time we've come to the end, so we have 1 double crochet left and the starting chain. So we're going to work a single crochet into the top of the double crochet from the very first 2 stitches, and we're also going to work a single crochet into the top of, so what I try to do sometimes is I put my hook over the little back bump and then push it through so that I have 2 loops on my hook. I don't know if you can see that. That is there's the V of the first chain. That's the back bump. Sometimes because it gets a little tight, it's easier just to hook through that back bump and then pass your hook through, yarn over and work your single crochet. Okay, so now for the next row we are going to chain 1, we are going to work a single crochet into the same stitch and into the next stitch. Now we're going to skip the chain and we are going to work 7 double crochets into what I call the eye of the 7 double crochets together. So where you created that little hook, the chain to close the stitch, that's created a little eye right in there, and that's where you're going to be working your 7 double crochets. So let's pull up some yarn. Okay, so yarn over, insert your hook into the eye and work your first double crochet. Three, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so there we have. So we have our chain 1 and our 2 single crochets, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets into the eye of the 7 double crochets together from the stitch below. We're going to skip our chain and then we're going to work a single crochet into each of the 3 single crochets from the round below, from the row below, sorry. 1, 2 and 3. And there we have our first Catherine wheel completed. It makes a nice circular shape. So yarn over, insert into that eye and work your 7 double crochets. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. We're going to skip the chain 3 and then work 3 single crochets into each of the, or a single crochet into each of the 3 next stitches. So single crochet, single crochet, single crochet. Okay, and we're on our last set, so let's work 7 double crochets again into the eye, the stitch below. 7. And then as before, we're going to skip the 3 chains, but this time we only have 2 stitches left, so we're just going to work a single crochet into each of those. 1 and 2, and that finishes the row. So there we have 3 Catherine wheels fully completed. We have 2 single crochets at the end of each row with 3 single crochets between each of the Catherine wheels. Okay, so for the next row, I'm going to change back to our yellow so that you can see what I'm doing, and I'll show you how to complete the repeat. Okay, so here we are at the beginning of the next row. I have joined my yarn and I've chained 1. What we actually need to do is we need to chain 3. So that's 2 and 3. And then we need to work, that counts as our first stitch, and we need to work 3 treble crochets together. So we will go into the next stitch. Show again. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. It's 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and we have 4 loops on our hook. So then we're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. We're going to chain 1 to seal the stitch and chain 3 as before. Then we're going to work a single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2 and 3. So as before, we're going to chain 3, 2, 3, keeping it nice and loose. Check your tension. We're going to work 7 double crochets together on our hook. Yarn over, pull through all 8 loops, chain 1 to seal and create that eye, and then chain 3. And then we're going to work a single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 3, and then again we're going to chain 3, 2, 3, and we're going to work our 7 double crochets together, the eye, and then chain 3. Then did I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yep, and then 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 2 and 3, and then because we're at the end and we only have 4 stitches left, we are going to work 4 double crochets together to finish the row. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yarn over, pull through all loops on your hook and chain 1 to close. So that's our tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please hit like, that helps me much more than you know, and hit follow if you'd like to see more.